In America, we have this saying like, she's at the end of her rope, you know. It's like this saying like, you have your tolerance, you know, is like starts here, and if someone has a short rope, then they explode after only like a couple of little things, you know. And some people say, you know, they can go a long time, they can take a lot of beating before they just start screaming. You know, it's an emotional trigger. There's like energy between us, you know, and when the energy from you, you know, is negative, it's something that a person just can't ignore. They can't put up a wall, and if they, they can't put up the wall and expect to feel like, you know, safe behind it. Because if you put up the wall, it's automatically means that, you know, you've cut yourself off from everything else, and you're out of the situation completely. It's not healthy. And I feel myself doing that. Either I put up the wall and I just whatever, or I get mad back at you for no reason.
I think it's also, I'm looking at it objectively. I know this is how I am, but I also think that's different in our culture and the way that you're raised and the way that I raised.
That's for sure.
That's, I think after you've been here for a couple for time now, you'll know that Israelis are like that. So we are much more, you know,
fiery.
Yes, much more.
A lot of fire.
Yeah. So I know it bothers you. I do just imagine that all you see, it's like after I am putting intention not to be as much.
We have a good relationship. It's really just, every now and then there's like, every day you walk in the door, she's got, you know, this happening, I've got this happening, and then our things that, you know, that she's doing and I'm doing, they kind of collide. And then it creates a small little, it's not really an argument, it's just like, she gives me these eyes and then I give her the eyes back, you know, this whole little skiff, kind of a little problem occurs, and you know, after a while you can see that it starts adding up, you know. There needs to be some kind of remedy, some kind of action that we do together to where we can look at those things and understand the purpose of them, and can kind of enjoy from them, see them as gold instead of like, you know, coal. And
we hear it because we care about our relationship. We want to use this tool to go ahead and try to overcome all the problems we have. Now you have some time to talk about me, to say if there's something that bothers you, that you see it's a problem.
Okay.
A lot of time, if we are in the middle of argument, or if we are in the middle of, I don't know, like a fight or whatever, it seems to me like you want to stay in the argument, no matter what it is that we argue about. Just want to continue arguing. Sometimes I wish you could just kind of leave it, let it go, and we continue. And
yeah, for sure. No, you're right. I think that comes from something. My dad, he's a lawyer, so we always grew up like, you know, he's always, you know, going through these, it's like a steps up. The argument has to be perfectly planned, you know, the step by step, and then followed by the strong point, and then this. It's just in me, I guess.
The problem is that with me is that if you argue with me, I'm getting too upset, and I'm not continuing the argument like two lawyers or something.
Right.
It's like,
I feel like in everything, you have to control every situation. Like, this is how you do it. This is how I do it. This is how it needs to be. Oh, you didn't do it this way? You're stupid. You know, like, oh, you didn't do it this way? Well, let me show you my way. It's much better. Even if you ask me to do it, that's the worst, is whenever you ask me to do it and then I'm over there doing it, and then you come over and then do it a different way, as if like, okay, you asked me to do it, good. I'll do something for you. Here's an opportunity for me to do something for you. It's like even when I do have an opportunity, it's like automatically like shot down, and then after so many times of doing that, it's like I understand. It's now I feel it's like it's hard to. I don't know, it's hard to get excited to do stuff for you because, especially in the kitchen, because the kitchen, the sink needs to be clean, after you do this or.
We talked about it so many times, and I told you why is the reason. It's not that I want you to do it this way, it's because I giving you the reasons and you're still arguing about it. What is the reason? I'm giving you the reason, but then no, you think your way is better. So what do you want me to say? I mean, after you, for example, whatever, glasses or stuff. When I'm telling you, because I know how things should be in the kitchen, for example, and you come and argue and you tell me, no, give me a reason, and I'm giving you a reason, but still this reason is not good for you.
I don't know, I'm talking about the general method of this exercise that we're doing. I'm not trying to justify my reason for doing it, but I'm saying we should look at this objectively.
Okay.
We look at it like this. This is how he looks at it, this is how she looks at it, and this is how we look at it together,
Okay. What do you want me to say about it? That's what I said. That this is exactly what I said about it, about the arguing in the beginning. That's really.
Like what I just did right now?
Yes. No, just... what bothers you is that you want to talk about it. You want a reason for everything. Even if I give you the reason, you want to argue about the reason. Yeah. And you don't just get it as like the fact. Sometimes it's like where we're in the store, for example, and I'm like, trust me, I'm telling you something. Just you don't trust that what I'm saying is like. No, you want the reason, you want it right now, you want to argue about the reason, you want to whatever, you just want to argue. It doesn't matter. And sometimes it's something that I can give you the reason in the same moment. For example, in the store, I tell you, you didn't understand him. I talked to him in Hebrew. I said, that's okay, let's get out. No, but baby, but we need it. But we need to buy it. But baby, why? Explain me why. And you continue arguing. Right now, I can explain you in front of him. I just said, okay, let's go out. I'll explain you outside. No, you want it right now. And you want to argue about it right now. And that was that's exactly so. For you, if I'm coming to tell you something about the kitchen, because I know how it's supposed to be, it's just experience. It's not because, it's just experience for me.
But for when you have the experience with the reason.
Right.
You get the reason for the experience. No, but I had to beg you for the reason. You said, do it this way, and I said, yeah, but why? You said, don't argue. Don't argue about it.
First thing, I'm giving you the reason. If you ask me why, I'm giving you the reason all the time. I'm giving you the reason. Then you said, well, that's not logical for me. That's how you do it. That's okay. So you want to argue about the reason too. So after I'm done telling you the reason, I'm done arguing with you, I will tell you this is how it is and that's it. You take it or leave it, because I'm done arguing.
That's true.
Okay, so let's now just take the other step. We'll change now the whole mood. And now remember, after we said all those things, we'll come down a little bit. Remember why we love each other. Just remember how it was in the beginning, why you wanted to marry me. Today you fell in love with me.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So anything that you can, like I can say that and that all of those things really doesn't matter to me, really. When I remember, why it is that I wanted to be with you, and the moment I fell in love with you, which was very fast.
Very fast.
But
But yeah, even hearing you say that, it's like immediately, it's like a time warp, like in my mind, and then I go back to like, that like first like smile, like the smile that's like makes you understand, like, yes, life is worth, like life was worth this, kind of feeling. It's like
it's weird because we didn't really fall in love like face to face.
Yeah,
We fell
yeah.
in love through the computer. But it was like, it doesn't matter. It was so strong and so real that,
I remember at the airport, yeah.
yeah.
The airport, the first meeting, yeah. It's a very strong like sensation that really does like give you the power to overcome. Like if you're thinking about this right now, thinking about this over the trash, like in the kitchen or wherever in the store where the arguing, it's like if you can bring that moment into right now, it truly does like warm everything up, kind of like, yeah, that stuff doesn't matter.
It makes it smaller.
Yeah,
It makes
much
it
smaller.
not,
It's like a flame in a huge like sun,
Yeah.
There's nothing really. There's something like a sensation of really love, like a sensation that love like kind of makes everything else non-existent almost, but it makes this moment right now, overcoming this like feeling that we had, like there was a little tension, but really that tension made this like sensation of this love, like made it like really made it like tasty, It's like if this wasn't there between us, then there really we couldn't have this renewed feeling, of like, yeah, remember that, and then we have like this love between us right now, and then it's like, oh, this exists, but it's really only because we just talked about this this like trash, so thank God for the trash, right? It's like I don't know if that makes sense, but it kind of like feels like that's how it is,
We can go now to step 3, which basically you can say all the good things that comes in your mind about me. I can say all the good things comes in my mind about you. What is it that you love about me? What it is that, and I'll do the same. You want to start?
Yeah, sure, I go. I don't know if this is, anything special, but to me, it's very special. Truly it's something I really can't even like put words on, because I don't have, it's like I feel like I don't have this quality in myself, but somehow I notice it, because it's truly like you know almost know every like thing that makes me happy, like all the small things, like the way that you touch me, when you touch me, when like you like rub my hair, like bring me like a little come over, like I'm working, like, oh hey, yeah, give me this like little bowl of nuts, like I feel I'm stressed a little bit, it's like very like attuned to my, like when I need you, when I want to feel like love from you, and it's like not that you just threw some like food in a bowl, it's like you really wanted to, like you knew exactly that I like these things, and then I like a little bit less of those things, and like this and this combination together, like that I like this taste, kind of a thing. It's like really when you're giving it to me, I'm not thinking like, oh good, food, blah, but it's like I really get the sensation of a lot of like care, like on your way over, like I can tell you can't wait to like give it to me. It's just an example. I'm sitting at the computer, and like I'm not even thinking about you at all. Like I'm not even thinking like whatever. I'm just thinking like, I don't want to do this work right now, But then it's like a little angel that comes over, and like, man, I couldn't accept it from anybody else. Like nobody else really knows how to give those things to me, and I wouldn't want to accept it from anybody else.
pretty much the same thing that I feel from you. I really feel like everything you do, you don't just do it them because you do them. You put efforts to think about why you're doing them. Even if you're tired and you want to work, it's because you want to take care of us, take care of, you know, of the family. You really like doing everything right. That's even from the beginning. I told you that you couldn't say anything wrong. You knew exactly what to say. It's even from the first message that you sent me, and so it's like I feel like it's so I don't know, so true, so that there's no doubt in my mind. Always from the beginning, there weren't any doubt, and I get the sense of security from you. Like I know that you'll do what you're supposed to do, no matter what. You will do it. I have very strong feeling of you do what you need to do all the time. This is something I get from you all, like from the beginning.
I also feel that makes me like, think about something else, is that you give me a lot of confidence. Like, why do I work? Why do I do all these different things? You know, do all the meet the requirements of, you know, how can I even do that? Because you give me this like confidence, this like, I guess you could say strength, but it sounds like corny, you know, but give me this motivation, this like truly this over and over and over again, the sensation that I'm doing the right thing. I know how to make her happy. I know, and that's what's fulfilling. You know, it's like you constantly remind me that I'm doing the right thing, which makes me want to do the right thing even more, because I can see how much it warms you up. But that's that ties almost to the first thing, because you know how to do it. You basically you know how to fill me up. You know, in a way that makes me want to fill you up even more. But from the beginning, it's like I can really get a sense of like love just from you. That's I can't get anywhere else. There's something about the way that we're interacting right now, the way that we kind of the direction all of this has been going towards is not necessarily talking about our past and making it sweeter, you know, but improving the future. How do we see our future state? What is our future state together? If I can imagine something better than what I have right now, which is something that everybody does, I suppose. All they want is something better, right? With you, really, it's not like with you. It's like us. You know, it's something that's like, it's not you and me, but it's like this thing that's like us. You know, I don't know how. It's like intangible. It's like this sensation that we're together. That there's nothing like separate about it, but it's something that you and I both feel is not, and we feel that it's the same thing, but we feel that we're together. Like we're like one, you know? Like coming out of myself, you know? Coming out of my me, of my I kind of, and really trying to feel something that is the other. And now I have like this special person, my wife, who like I'm already so close to. It's like, it's just like a small step outside of myself, because you're already so close to me that I can begin to feel even the small things, your desires, all the small things that surface in you that I can fulfill for you. So I feel like our future state together is something that where we both kind of come together like out of sight of ourselves, and we meet in this like mutual sensation of really just giving towards the other person. This sensation like where you know that I'm for you, and I know that you're for me. And when we like jump towards each other, there's this sensation that like bonds us together, kind of, you know, we've done this, you know, we've been through this, and even talking about it right now, it feels like that's really what it's building. It's like the whole aim, there's nothing but like the projecting this future state between us and like wanting to grab a hold of it, you know?
You're much better talker than me. Sometimes when we have problems, you are the one who's making us talk. So definitely keep on doing that. Definitely keep on having a good communication between us, talking about the problems, and hopefully continue this exercise as much, get us closer to each other as much as we can all the time. But I really see you as a strong man that will be with me all my life. I definitely see that. It's a sensation that I get from you from the beginning. And just be closest to each other and just overcome all those little problems and all those, because in a couple of years, this all love gonna disappear, and all this excitement from each other gonna disappear. But what is important is the relationship that we build with each other. If we'll learn how to just overcome, just cover those problems that we have with this love that we have for each other, I think the love can cover everything. So
it's really like the love becomes like its own like person, kind of its own little
something that we build.
Right, it's like our little like baby or something.
Yes.
That's like we both care for, and because it's really, if we want anything to exist, if we want to continue to like go on with our lives and really just love each other, not love each other. If we really want to come to feel like a good life, to be happy, and to enjoy, this love has to be there. Otherwise, like you said, these little things are just going to drown us, and you can already feel there's it's like we get like this intravenous like injection of like energy into our body when we start even talking about the love, because it automatically gives me this like energy to move and to do things in life, and and like good feelings and joy, happy, my wife, love. It's something I think it should be the most important thing.
Yeah, me too. כמובן שהחלק הכי קשה בתרגיל זה באמת לשמוע את הדברים עליך. אבל ככל שאתה מתרגל את זה יותר ויותר ושומע, אתה מבין שזה באמת לא, כל הכוונה שלו זה לא בא בשביל לפגוע בך, או אתה לא מתכוון, כשאתה אומר את הדברים הרעים לאחר, אתה לא מתכוון לפגוע בהם. אז החלקים האלה הם יותר קשים, אבל אחרי זה הרגשה ממש נפלאה לבוא אחרי זה ולהבין שאמרנו את כל הדברים האלה רק בשביל לקדם את היחסים שלנו. אני פשוט, אחרי כל סדנה כזאת שאנחנו עושים, אחרי כל תרגיל כזה שאנחנו יושבים ומדברים בינינו, מרגישה יותר ויותר קרובה אליו בצורה פנימית, יותר ויותר מקושרת אליו, יותר מבינה אותו, הוא יותר מבין אותי, מרגישים שכאילו, שתמיד יוצאים מהרגשה כזאת שכרגע שום דבר לא יכול להפריד בינינו.
There's something about doing this exercise with her that, I don't know, maybe you can't explain it, but there's something about it that it renews the this kind of flame that died down to a small little candle. It's like you can see that it's about to go out, and you're looking at it and you're worried that what if it does go out? What if this little flame, turns to smoke, and then, it's like we can't live with each other, we can't breathe. And you can see that it kind of starts to get to this point where you need something, you need something that's, like a lifesaver. It built something new between us. it's different than what we had when we first got married. Why I wanted to marry her, she was like this love at first sight. It's like a new kind of love. It's not like just relighting that candle. Like I said earlier, it's like a whole new like, type of feeling of love. So it's a new, very special feeling that it almost makes you look forward to these little things, these little arguments that we have, just so we can have this strong feeling of love afterwards.
קודם כל אחד חייב להשתמש בו, לפי דעתי. זה משהו שכל זוג, כבר הייתי במערכות יחסים קודמות, זה בהתחלה יש את כל האהבה ואת כל ההתלהבות והכל, ומהר מאוד מגיע כבר כל אחד עם האגו שלו, כל אחד עם הרצונות שלו, כל אחד עם עצמו. פשוט לאט לאט אתה פחות ופחות רואה את השני, ויותר ויותר רואה רק את עצמך ואת מה שאתה יכול להוציא מהיחסים האלה, ומאוד מאוד חשוב כן לדבר, בכלל לדבר על מה רע בי, מה רע בך, מה רע בנו, להסתכל על זה בצורה אובייקטיבית, להסתכל על זה מהצד, להבין למה אנחנו ככה, להבין איך אפשר לתקן את זה, להבין איך ביחד אנחנו פה, המערכת יחסים האלה זה משהו ששתינו חייבים להשקיע בו. ולנו זה עזר פלאים, זאת אומרת, בכל דבר קטן אם אנחנו נתקלים ואפילו עושים את זה, אפילו את כל הצעדים האלה עושים את זה בתוך איזה, אפילו בתוך כמה דקות עוברים על כל הצעדים האלה, אוקיי, אז עכשיו אמרת לי דברים רעים, עכשיו אמרתי לך דברים רעים, בוא עכשיו נחסה את הכל באהבה ונבין למה. ונסתכל על זה מהצד, זה עוזר כבר לעשות את זה בצורה אוטומטית בחיי היום-יום. ובכלל, לבוא במודע, להגיע כל ערב, להגיע ולדבר על היחסים ביניכם, להגיע ולדבר מה רע בך, מה רע בך. כל הדברים האלה זה ממש חשוב. זה פשוט ממש עוזר. אני חושבת שאם כל זוג שרוצה להישאר ביחד, שרוצה יעשה את התרגילים האלה, זה פשוט יכול לפתור הרבה בעיות.